Hi there, and welcome to Ambitious Single Moms Stories of Strength and Success. I'm Sonja from Your Success Story Single Mom Level Up Edition, and I'm thrilled to have you here with us today. I'm a mother of 3 wonderful daughters, and when my husband separated from me in 2017, he moved out on a Sunday, and the next morning my mother died unexpectedly. During this time, I was although in the middle of chemotherapy. Suddenly, I'm all alone with 3 small children. As a single mom and a businesswoman, I know firsthand how challenging and rewarding this journey can be. When I first became a single mom, I felt overwhelmed and uncertain about the future. But through support and consistency, I've managed to build a life that I'm proud of, both for myself and my 3 children. This podcast is all about celebrating the incredible stories of ambitious single moms who are not only raising their children with love and dedication, but also pursuing their dreams and building successful businesses. Each episode, we will dive into their journeys, exploring the heights and lows, the lessons learned, and the strategies they've used to overcome challenges. My goal is to inspire, motivate, and provide valuable insights for all the amazing single moms out there who are striving to create a better future for themselves and their families. Remember, you are not alone on this journey, and there are endless possibilities when you take charge of your life. Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Ambitious Single Moms Stories of Strength and Success. I'm your host, Sonja Zipser, and I'm beyond excited to introduce our amazing guest today. Joining us is Sevtap Gergen-Züberi, a powerhouse single mom and successful businesswoman who has not only navigated the challenges of parenthood, but has also thrived in her professional life. Sevtap, we are thrilled to have you with us today. Your journey and achievements are incredibly inspiring, and I can't wait to dive into your story and share your insights with our listeners. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for sharing my story with your community. And hopefully I will inspire with my story a lot of other women.
I'm sure you will.
Thank
So
you.
let's start with some background. For how long have you been divorced now or separated?
I've been separated for 4 years
Mhm.
already, and also divorced, but not for 4 years. In Germany, it takes a little longer until you get divorced. But 4 years, I've been a single mom.
Okay, and how many kids do you have?
I've got 2 kids. They are teenagers. Well, I've got a daughter. She's 15, and my son, he just turned 18.
Congratulations.
Yay! Thank you, thank you. Yes.
So when you first became a single mom, what were your feelings? And yeah, I'm sure from the beginning where you were thinking about leaving your husband and taking the real actions, I think it was a time of a lot of emotions and fears and everything. How did you feel about it?
Well, it was very emotional. First of all, before I took the decision, my head spun around. I didn't know, is it the right decision to take? Um, should I just stay? Is it me? Is it, I don't know. And then the financial situation, how will I be able to deal with the financial situation? Because we were living in a real nice home. We had a nice garden. The kids were happy. There was a lot of things I was thinking of. I was also thinking of, what do I do to my kids? Is it the right decision for my kids also? It's not just a decision I'm taking for myself, but it has an impact on all of us, the whole family.
Yes.
I thought, okay, what will change? I'll just take you a little bit into my story, and you have to stop me if it's or ask the questions, okay? I thought when I took the decision, what will change? What will actually change? Because within my relationship, I did feel already as if I was a single mom. I was basically a married single mom with the husband in the house, living in the house. But from my feelings, it felt always like I'm taking care of this family all by myself anyway. And so I thought, getting out of this relationship, physically getting out of this relationship, well, yeah, of course, the financial side, well, I don't know. But other than that, I thought I'm dealing with my kids and all the challenges coming along with being a parent by myself anyway.
I think that a lot of women can relate to that because most of the times mothers are taking care of the children, of the household, going to work as well, and dealing with everything alone. And the biggest fear, I think, is the financial situation.
Yes, because back then I was working part-time. And well, part-time jobs are paid partly, as the name says, you don't get full money for the time you're working. So I thought, okay, how will I be coping with this? Rent is expensive. Will I find a flat for my kids and me? Will I be able to afford a place? Will I be able to afford our living? Will I be able to afford giving my kids whatever they used to have beforehand? Will I be able to afford vacations? Will I be able to afford the clothes they want? Will I be able to afford the school stuff? And on and on and on. These were the thoughts I had. On the other side was like, okay, is this what I want to teach my kids? Will I be stuck in a relationship where none of us was really happy? I could tell none of us was happy. Is this what I want to show my kids, teach my kids? You have to stay within a situation because of money, because of the fear, because actually it's the fear, not knowing what will happen, not knowing how future will be.
Yeah.
It's the fear because we don't have the experience yet. We have the experience within the situation, being stuck, coping with the partner, coping with whatever other issues life brings along living in a family. We have this experience, but not knowing what will happen almost drove me crazy, basically.
And how were you able to overcome this fear?
Well, what happened is my body reacted. My body, the body was basically my language to the outside. I was not doing well anymore, and it got worse and worse and worse. My health situation got worse, and I knew if I wouldn't push the brakes now, then the whole life will get out of control. Then I will not know what will happen with me. And not knowing what will happen with me meant on the same time, not knowing what will happen with my kids because they were so young back then.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what will happen? And I didn't want to even think about me being maybe no longer on this earth, These are the thoughts which came across my mind, or being so ill, not being able to take care of my kids. And this is something where I said, no, this is not what I want. I want still to be able to decide what will happen with my kids.
Oh, great.
This is why I decided, okay, I have to take the next step. And the next step was, no matter how the financial situation is, I have to take actions. I have to take actions for myself and for my kids.
And were you able to take this decision alone, or did you have help from someone like a coach or something like?
I did actually have a coach on my side.
Okay.
And I tried without a coach. I tried without a coach for many years. And I read a lot of books. I watched YouTube videos. You can find a lot of groups in Facebook, in other social media. You can find a lot of information. Information is one thing. What I learned during this time is it's good to have information, but information without taking any steps further will not bring you any place. You will still be stuck at the place you stand right now.
Absolutely, yes.
And that's why I had decided to have a coach on my side. Again, not knowing how should I pay a coach?
Yeah.
Do I really have the money to pay a coach? I don't even have the money to pay a rent. I don't have the money to, I don't know what. So my head spun around again. But what I learned during this journey was, once you jump into the unknown ocean, you have a beautiful view of the ocean in your back.
Yeah.
That's why I came, right? Opportunities will be shown to you. And this is actually what happened.
Absolutely.
Because I didn't rob a bank. I didn't find the tree, the money tree, basically. But still, I had people around me who I had to ask for help. And that was really, really very hard, very tough for me, because usually people came to me and asked me for help. It was never me. It was always the others. And I helped everybody. So now I was at a point where I needed help. So I asked for help, financial help as well. And what happened was that people came up to me who I never asked for anything, calling me up saying, you know what, we heard that you're separated now. I want to give you money.
Oh.
And I was as surprised as you are right now. And I said, well, but I cannot pay you back. It's okay. I'm like, I don't know if I will ever be able to pay you back what you're offering. I just don't know. And then I was crying badly because, like, oh my gosh, someone is giving me money and I can't even take it because I don't know if I'll ever be able to pay it back. What I want to say is basically, if you take a decision, even with the fear you have, doors and porches will open up. It's like a miracle. It's really like a miracle, and people will come to you, but you have to take the first step. This is compulsory. If you don't take the first step, nothing will happen. Sitting here waiting for something to happen won't happen. It's not possible.
Yeah, so brave of you to step into the unknown. Thank you for sharing, Sevtap. You're also a business lady. Did you start with your business afterwards, or was it already running as a side hustle when you were married?
Well, I started basically when I was still married, but thinking back, It was in a complete different way, complete different mindset, complete different kind of business. It is related to what I'm doing now, but not as much, because what I did was I started helping out people finding jobs. I started helping people to get more self-esteem. Well, it was more in a business context. And it wasn't that much because I was part-time working, kids were so much younger, I had to take care of so many things. So yeah, I did start while I was still in this relationship, but I really started after. Because what happened was I broke myself free, basically. I think I can say it that like this. I didn't just step out of my relationship. Shortly after, I stepped out of my job, which of course was very crazy because how can I? I'm now a single mom. That's my only income, basically, because I am a coach. My coaching business wasn't really feeding us. It was nice to have, but it wasn't really feeding us. So it was like, oh my God, am I crazy? And people thought I am crazy. People thought she's now going nuts. That's it. She is
I can
now
imagine.
insane.
Yeah.
This is how people reacted. Now I know it was the best decision I could take. And it was again a jump, a deep dive into an ocean, which I couldn't see the ground.
And I think you didn't see the ground from one day to the another one.
No.
It was a journey as well, I think.
Yes, I think you have to learn. The whole life is a journey.
Yeah.
And if you're open for this journey, because it is a journey, if you're open for it, the right ways will show up.
Absolutely.
Things, the decisions you take, well, I didn't just, I wasn't insane. I knew exactly what people would think, but at the same time, I could tell the universe showed things where I knew, no, I don't want to be treated like this. I don't want to do a job like that. And when they were talking about problems within the company, I'm like, are you serious? This is a problem. I mean, be happy that you don't have real problems. And yes, of course, there are issues within a company which need to be taken care of. But there are real essential issues which are completely different. So I couldn't take it no more. And this is why I had decided, okay, this is it for me. This is not the way I want to live. This is not the work I want to do. I've always been a people person, always. I like to work with people. And as I was mentioning earlier, it was people coming to me asking for help.
Yeah.
And I knew this is what I want to do. This is exactly what I want to do as a main job and as a full-time job.
So you would say it's also needed to have a vision for your business or for your life.
Yes.
So that you...
Yes. Well, I think there are two aspects which you have to consider. I think look at the things you're doing right now. And if you would not take any compromise, is it still what you want to live and do with no compromise at all? If you can say, yes, it is, well, then congratulations, then you found the right thing to do for you. If there is a compromise you're taking, then please look at what's the price of this compromise. What do you pay for it? Because we pay for everything in life, for every decision we take. It costs us. It costs us time. It costs us life quality.
Life
It
quality.
costs us our life.
Yes. Mhm. And as you said before, your body talked to you. So many people go to work with a something, with the stomach, having headache or something like that.
Yes.
So every morning they are driving or walking, heading to work, and they are so unsatisfied and so unhappy. And that's the same in the relationship.
Right.
And you said, yeah, you were stuck in a relationship and didn't feel well and weren't happy, and you stayed anyways. So, and you paid with your body, becoming ill. And so,
That's it.
what is the
So
price?
if you're not happy, and yes, we have good days and we have bad days, that's okay. But if the majority of your days in your life is you being unhappy, this should be an alarm sign for you to change something.
Yeah.
That would be my advice. You don't have to. As I said, everything is a decision. It is a decision you take.
Mm.
And the decision you take brings along a result and a cost.
Yeah.
This is it. And if you can say, no, this is not what I want to do, this is not what makes me happy, well, then step back, look what makes you happy. What is it that makes you happy? Find yourself. I think you need to find yourself first to be able to say, this is really what makes me happy. And then this is going to be your vision. This is going to be your goal. And then you can go ahead and towards your goal, basically. If you don't have, I compare it with, let's imagine you get into your car and you have a navigation and you say to the navigation, take me anywhere.
Yeah.
Nice. Where will you get? Nowhere, because your navigation does not know where anywhere is. So you have to be more concrete and tell your navigation, I want to go to Rome. I want to go to Venice. I want to go to Barcelona, whatever place it is.
And there are a lot of different ways to roam.
That's
So
it.
you need to know where to go, but for everybody, it's a different route, maybe.
And it's fine. It doesn't have to be the same route, and it cannot be the same route. Because look, you're a single mom, I'm a single mom, but still your life went different than my life.
Yes.
You have experienced other things than I have. Why? Because you're another person and I'm another person. I've been confronted with other challenges in my life, and you have other challenges in your life. But it's challenges.
Yeah.
Still, well, you might go take this road to Rome and I'll take that road.
Yes, absolutely.
So have a
So,
goal.
yeah. So, Sevtap, we've known each other for approximately 2.5 years now, and I first met you shortly after you separated. And before we started our podcast, I said to you, oh, you have so changed in the last few months. It's incredible. It's fascinating, and it's so good to see you shining more and more.
Thank
What
you.
would you say? I've got to know you when you were down. What was the most thing that had the what was it that had the most impact in you on your journey? What would you what do you want to pass to all the other women who got divorced by her husband, or who made the decision themselves? Doesn't matter which way, but what would be the advice you want to give women?
Well, the first advice is you don't have to be by yourself. Having to go through a process, because this is what it is. It is a journey. It is a process. By yourself makes it very, very, very difficult. Yes, you are a strong woman. If you weren't a strong woman, you would not have you would not have been stuck in such a situation for such a long time. You would have given up earlier. So you don't have to prove anybody that you are a strong person. Therefore, get help. Whoever it is, get help. I would advise people, yes, you might have friends who you can talk to or family members, but they are too close to you. They are too much engaged within your situation, in your life, basically.
Yeah.
Get someone who can have a look at it from the outside, who does not necessarily want you to become the old person you were before. Because if you become the old person you were before, you're very likely to end up at the same spot you're in right now. So yes, become the old happy person, but at the same time, go ahead and find out who you are. And it's very difficult to do this by yourself. It takes, again, time. I've done this. I wanted to prove myself. I don't recommend it. Take the shortcut. Why? Someone has invented the wheel. You don't have to reinvent the wheel again. The wheel is turning. This is how it goes. So do so. The next advice will be, don't think just because you have taken decisions, life will go straight on. Everything will be happy chappy, no more challenges. No, this is not true. And anyone who tells you this is not being honest with you. You have the ups, which are great. You have downs. Oh my goodness. And you have experienced my downs. The down times are, of course, again, more challenging. And what you're not to forget is you're not alone on this journey. I have 2 kids on my journey. I change, my kids change. I have challenges. They have complete different challenges. And these are challenges, well, it's again, yes, you are a mom, but just because you're a mom and you have experienced many, 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 many challenges doesn't mean that the challenges which come up new will be dealt with easily. They won't. They won't. Life comes in waves, so take them all, and it all belongs to us. It does belong to us, the ups as well as the downs, the downsides. And we need the downsides to be able to recognize the upsides again. Well, yeah, I know it's challenging, and sometimes you're like, okay, it's enough. I need some time to breathe. Well, life doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
It
Thank you
does.
so much for sharing, Sevtap. Thank you so much. So, our listeners would want to know, what are you doing on your business? You said already that you're a coach.
Yes, I am a coach.
What
I like
are you
to
doing exactly, Sevtap?
people, and I have my goal. Well, my vision is to have as many happy people as possible. A lot of people are stuck within toxic relationships, and toxic relationships are not just relationships with partners. We're also talking about toxic relationships within the work area, as well as in family systems. And we're not aware of it, but we're definitely not aware of it. We just know this guy's being stupid to me. This girl is being, I don't know, bitchy to me or whatever. We don't really recognize what happens. And my story short, I help people out of toxic relationships into their really happy lives. I help them to find themselves, to be able to say, you know what, stop, no more. I don't care if you're my boss. I don't care if you are my partner, male, female, doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter at all. I don't care if you're my mom or my sister. No more of this. And this is something which is really, really, really important for me to show people. You don't have to deal with things like that. You don't have to deal with people like that. You can have a happy people with all the challenges you're facing. With all the challenges you're facing. I want people to be happy, successful, independent, because we are independent people.
Absolutely.
There might be some people who might be triggered by this now, but I'm telling you, I had nothing. I had nothing. And you have seen my experience. I've been to places where I didn't even dream to go to because of a lot of reasons, but it's possible. And I want to show people how it goes, how they can lead the life I am leading right now. Or even better. It's fine.
Thank you for sharing, Sevtap. And so important what you're doing. Thank you so much for your work. Yeah, and thank you so much for joining us on this episode on Ambitious Single Moms, Stories of Strength and Success. It's been an absolute pleasure having you, Sevtap, share your story and insights with us today. I hope you found her story as inspiring and empowering as I did. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give a thumbs up and leave a comment below, sharing your thoughts and ask any questions you have for Sevtap. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you never miss an episode. And all the links, of course, Sevtap has a Facebook group in German. I will share the link and additional resources about Sevtap and, of course, myself as well. You can find everything below in the show notes. Your support means the world to us and helps us continuing bringing you amazing content. Until next time, stay strong, stay inspired, and keep thriving. See you in the next episode. Thank you for joining us on Ambitious Single Moms, Stories of Strength and Success. Let's embark on this journey together and rediscover the magic in our lives. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for our next episode.